Hello and welcome back everyone to PHP Teacher Online. I am Raju Kundu. From today onwards on lesson 9, we will be learning something interesting and exciting in JavaScript, and we will do more and more things like animations and so from now on. The basic things have been already covered till lesson 8. So now we will move on to some interesting things. Okay. So without any further ado, let's get started. So today's first target is we'll be creating something like a counter. First of all, we'll have a button. On click of that button, each and every time when we click on that button, a number will be somewhere inside a div which will keep increasing by 1 and 1 and 1. Okay, but later on what I am going to do is I am going to make that particular thing automated. So there are some functions in JavaScript which helps us to create things automatically, like that function will do or perform same task again and again and again. So it will, I'll be clicking on that button only once, but then it will be increasing that number automatically after a certain amount of time. Okay, so I'm going to get started with that one, and for that I'll create a new file. Before that, let me copy this existing one, that last example we did, and let's create a new file. Let's paste it over there. Let's increase the font size for your help, and then let's save this file somewhere in the desktop. I have JavaScript courses here. I'll name it as, let's say, set interval .html. So basically set interval is the function name which performs things automatically, not automatically, actually whatever we'll write inside that function, it will perform automatically inside that. Okay, so I'll explain everything slowly. Let's get started first. So inside this, what I'm going to do, I'll remove all these codes from previously I have created. The box will be there, that's fine. Let's keep the my box. Let's see what is the outcome of this current output, and then let's change things one by one. Okay, let's go here. So set interval, open this one in the browser. So this is the current output. Now I don't even want the background to be blue, so let's remove that as well. I don't need this box to be this big, so let's make it 100 by 100 pixels. So now the box is smaller. Okay, now let's write down a number inside that. Let's say 0, so it will be showing 0 only over here. Now I want, whenever I click this button, each and every time I click it, this number should increase, like from 0 to it will become 1, then it will be 2, then it will be 3, and so on. Okay, so let's see. So this function name will be increase number. I have created a function called as increase number, so I'll call this same function over here, and click me to increase the number. This will be the name of the button. Okay, and then btt is fine, button. Okay, right now if I click on this, nothing will happen because I have not written anything inside the function regarding so. Okay, now inside the script tag, I am going to take a variable over here. Let's say num means number. Okay, and let's make it 0. So right now the number variable is 0. Now there is a difference between taking a variable over here or over here. Okay, both are a bit different thing. This part of the function is called as local scope, and this part of the script is called as global scope. So this is a local variable and this is a global variable basically. So now what is the difference between them? I am going to explain those things later on, once this example gets completed, maybe on the later lessons, because like if I take this number inside this function, it will not work according to our need. So that's why I have taken it inside the script. Now this is a global variable. If I take it inside the function, that will be a local variable. Keep that in mind. Okay, just a small trick. Okay, now what I need to do over here, now I need to write num plus plus. Num plus plus means, you might remember on the first lesson day 1 I have taught you different operators. Now what plus plus operators do is it increases the current value with 1. That means right now I am having num as 0. Whenever I'll click this button, this number will become 1. If I click this button again, this number will become 2. If you click this button again, then this number will become 3, so on. So that means this number is just increasing the current value by 1. Okay, now I need to show that current number inside this div. So I have taught you document.getElement by id on the previous lessons. So let's write document.getElement by id, and that id will be my box, because I want to show the number over here. Now inside a div, if I want to show something inside a div, if I want to show something, or inside any container tag like tr, td, table, h1, h2, wherever I need, if I need to show some value, then I need to write inner html. I believe I have taught these things previously also. Okay, now document.getElement by id my box, that means we are grabbing this particular div, and then we need to show something inside this div. Now this part is called as inner html in javascript. Here I have written equals, and then I have written num means this number's value will be showing over here. Okay, let's see now if it is working or not. Let's refresh and let's click. See, 1 2 3 4 5 6. Now whenever I am clicking it, if I click it multiple times, it will be keep increasing, keep increasing, keep increasing. So whenever I click that particular button, it is increasing the value by 1 each and every time I click it. So currently this is happening manually, right? If I don't click it, it will not increase the value. But I want something to be like, I'll be clicking this button only once, but after that, maybe after every 1 second, this value will be increasing automatically. I want something like that to be happen. Now to do that, what I need to do, I'll show you right away. There is a function in JavaScript which is called as set interval. Okay, now let me write the syntax of the function. So the syntax is basically like this. Syntax will be like this, like set interval, then a bracket start and end, and then a semicolon. Inside that function there are two parts. Okay, the first part is a whole function itself, and the second part is the time in millisecond, like after how much time this function will be keep executing again and again and again. Okay, so the first part is the function itself. So let me write down a function. Let's say the name of the function is go. You can mention anything you want. Okay, I am mentioning go. So here a bracket start end, like we do for a function, and then a second bracket start end, the curly bracket start end, like we do similarly for any functions. Okay, so then after this we need to mention a comma, and then a timing, maybe 1000 millisecond means 1 second. So if I mention 10,000, that means 10 seconds. Okay, so I am mentioning after how much time this go function will be keep executing again and again and again. So this is basically the syntax of set interval function. Now we are going to write the actual set interval function. That will be set interval, and then a bracket start and then a semicolon. And as I mentioned, you have to mention a function over here, function, and the function name can be anything like abc. That will be fine as well. Okay, abc is the function name instead of go. You can write anything, then a bracket start end, then a second bracket start end, or curly bracket start end, then comma, then 1000. That means after 1 second I want this particular part, this particular inside of the curly bracket part, I want to be executed again and again and again after every second. So let's elaborate this. Now here inside this curly bracket, what I am going to do, I am going to cut and paste these two lines. That means what I am explaining to JavaScript or my computer is like after every 1000 millisecond, that means after every 1 second, do execute this num plus plus and this particular bit again and again and again. Now to get started with this function, I will have to click on this button just once. Once I click on that, this set interval will get started, and then it will be keep executing again and again and again after every 1 second. Let's see if this is working. Let's save it, go here, refresh, and let's click on this once, like once. Now you can see after every second that number is increasing again and again and again automatically. How it is happening? Because I have used set interval to execute a particular bit of a function again and again. Okay, Now let's change this timing, like let's change it to 5 seconds, so 5000. Save. Now let's go here, refresh, and let's click on this. Now after 5 seconds the first bit will execute. Okay, now see, after 5 seconds it is executing, so it is taking 5 seconds to be executed again and again and again. Now instead of doing this in 5 seconds, if we decrease that value, like let's say let's make it 100. Okay, save. Now here and refresh and let's run it. See, now it is executing quicker and faster. So by controlling the number of the timing, you can increase the numbers, or do perform that particular step again and again quicker, or maybe slower. If the number is big, then it will perform slower. If the number is small, then it will perform faster. So like this you can execute set interval inside your function, and this function name can be anything, like it can be go, it can be abc, it can be xyz, any name you can suggest over here. This is just like a simple function which is executing inside set interval, and it is working again and again. So now this is a very generic, you can say, automation by creating using set interval inside JavaScript. Okay, so using this particular segment, from now on the later lessons we are going to learn many things, like we can maybe move a div, we can maybe use if else inside this particular bit, we can use for loop inside this particular bit to make something happen. Okay, so like colorful things will happen, things will start moving, things will start like here, go here and there, maybe we'll create a car also, that car's wheels will spin and it will move forward. So things like those will happen slowly in the later lessons. So do stay in touch, do like, comment, share, so I get more enthusiastic of building more and more free videos for you. Do subscribe, do like, share, and do comment like how you are liking my videos, or I need to change something inside it, I need to make it bigger or make it smaller, or in a small chunks you will be liking it. Do share that thought to me. Okay, so till lesson 10, bye bye for now, and we'll meet again soon. Bye.